Google is about to report their earnings on Wednesday. Everyone will be looking at search revenue, but I'll be looking at how Google reports it. Will they show AI overview monetization separately or combine it inside the bigger search revenue number? People have been talking about whether AI is killing search results because they want to know how ad revenue keeps growing when AI answers are replacing search results. But that is the wrong question. So, are conversations better at selling things to people? The old search page showed you 10 sponsored ads and some real search results down the page. Even though they tried to make sponsored ones look like real search results, you got used to those tricks and you knew how to avoid them. But Gemini works differently. When you type, "My lights flicker when I drive," what is wrong? Gemini tells you. It might recommend you a battery brand or a local shop, all inside a conversation instead of a results page. It reads like advice from someone who has read every car forum that exists and happen to know your situation. And Google knows your situation, your location, your car, most of your purchase history. The targeting is sharper than ever. Look, the recommendation itself is not secretly sponsored yet. But the old search page separated advice from ads. AI is blending recommendations and products into one chat. But even if ads remain labeled, the psychological experience is very different. Of course, a well-targeted recommendation can be useful. If Gemini knows you need a winter battery and shows you a car shop near you, that is obviously more accurate than looking through 10 generic sponsored links. But it gets a bit iffy when you ask questions about the random symptoms you are having, or your mortgage, or which medication to take. By the way, please don't do that. So, if they show growing revenue from search advertising while users spend more time inside AI conversations, then Google has probably solved the problem Wall Street has been worrying about. Conversational recommendations can be a more effective ad delivery system than sponsored links, simply because psychologically they read as advice rather than advertising. Of course, this is just my hypothesis, but in the end, Google might have found a way to make conversations earn money. And it is a way bigger deal than the market realizes. If they announced soft revenue or weak guidance for next quarter, then that means the transition is still being fine-tuned. But again, I am really curious about how they will show their ad revenue. Will they show AI overview monetization separately or combine it inside the bigger search revenue number? But regardless, Wednesday will tell us two things: how much Google earned, duh, and if conversations already become the next advertising platform. So, tickle my channel thingy, jingle my bell. Okay, bye.